When Cat Williams said this was the year of the truth, he was not lying, okay?
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Nickelodeon, Diddy, even in my real personal life, things that were done in the dark are coming to light. You thought you were gonna be sneaky and funny and conniving in the dark, darling? Well, guess what? It's coming to light. And I also want to partake in the truth coming to the light, baby, with my own truth. Okay, so I know it's been a minute, but I kind of need your help. I've been gone for so long, so the YouTube gods are gonna punish me a little bit. I need you to comment down below what your vibe is and what time it is and where in the world you are at. I don't know if anyone's gonna even see this video. These algorithms do not like when you are not on their platform. I'm gonna be in the comments commenting back. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, friends, so much. I want to discuss why I took such a hasty break from social media that I feel was very inconsistent. Like, I was on a break, but I was still trying to come back and post on a very inconsistent schedule. And there were just so many things behind the scenes going on. And if I can be completely honest, I felt a type of way about sharing everything I was going through online because I felt like what I was sharing would come off as out of touch or not relatable. And I wasn't in a place to go through my own ups and downs because I've been blessed so much. People who have watched me on social media have seen the glow up, and I didn't want to come off like a complaining or just ungrateful for the platform that I've been blessed with, and that so many of you all have supported me and been such champions and advocates of mine in the first place. So I didn't feel comfortable coming on here and sharing. And on those rare occasions that I did share what I was going through, I feel like I would private the video as soon as I saw that I was getting a lot of views and a lot of comments, a lot of engagements, or I wouldn't really go into depth. I'd be very touch and go with what I was experiencing. And it was not that I was intentionally being shy and coy. It's just I needed time to process what the heck was even going on with me. Perhaps I can do a video in the future just kind of breaking down what happens when social media creators go full time and the behind the scenes of social media that a lot of people don't actually know about. How you go from being a human being who likes creating content and having fun to being a product. You are creating content for free on the internet, but you are the product and your audience is the product. And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that I wasn't prepared for. I didn't realize was going to become my life. In this video, I'll summarize it by saying this. When I started my YouTube channel, I had zero intentions of making money with it. It was just a creative outlet. I've said this so many times, but it's the truth. I knew you could make money, but that wasn't my intent. And then it started to make money. I started to get brand deals. I started to get YouTube AdSense revenue. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm just doing what I would do for free and I'm making money. So now my hobby just so happens to make money. And then once my channel really blew up and I was making half of my year's salary in 1 month, I decided to take this thing full time. And I did it full time for a number of years, but I started to hit a burnout wall, and I had never experienced burnout before. So I didn't even know what I was going through. It put me in a spiral of being very anxious, confused in my decision making because I was burnt out and I didn't know how to explain it. All I could tell people around me at the time was, I'm going through a funk. It's not you, it's me. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to party. I don't want you over. I don't want to come over. I'm just going through a funk and I don't want to be around people. I was also in a place where I needed mentorship. I needed people that I could rely on and lean on for support. But I don't think I knew how to ask for help because I have always been the person people come to for answers and guidance and advice. And I just didn't know how to ask for those things as well. I think if you're an overachiever or you're a child of immigrants or maybe even a firstborn child, you could probably relate to that. If you've always been the person that everyone relies on, asking for help, number one, is so uncomfortable. And then number two, once you recognize that you do need the help, you're looking around to your left and your right and like, dang, do I even have people around me that can help me for real? I could probably go in depth on this topic in another video, and I plan to. It's just a lot. I was building a business with one of my closest friends at the time. We're both just two people in our 20s just trying to figure it out. And I suddenly found myself in a position that was not my dream, not anything I'd ever desired, because my truth is I don't desire to be this mega ultra girl boss entrepreneur who's constantly scaling her business. I don't desire it. I like making money. It's fun to me. I love finances. I love understanding finances because math has always been a fun puzzle, and figuring out fun ways to grow your money has always been a fun process for me. But I don't desire corporation that is constantly scaling year after year after year. Baby, take me out the race. Take me out the race, please. I don't want the eyeballs. I don't need the eyeballs. I just like making good money to live my good life and have the ability to do what I want when I want to. For me, luxury is slow mornings. It's taking flights when I want to take flights, to where I want to take flights, to see people that I want to see when I want to see them. It's being able to live in new places just because I want to, because I want to experience it for a year, maybe 2, maybe 3, who knows? That to me is luxury. It's the option to choose. And I don't want to be bombarded with the hard numbers of scaling year after year after year and outdoing my business numbers year after year. Baby, please. I don't want it. I feel like I was even self-conscious to admit that at the time, because all the business podcasts and then finance content and the business bros have always said, scale, scale, scale. You'll sleep when you're dead. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Everything was like, keep going, don't stop. You must scale, etc., etc. And it's taken me a time now to be like, actually, I don't really care to scale. And I'm okay with that. Maybe I needed to go through that so I can confidently stand in my truth and be representation for the girlies and maybe the guys, maybe the gays and the theys too, who are not interested in growing businesses year after year and scaling it year after year after year. Maybe there is a place for people who want to make enough money every year to comfortably live a life of leisure and spend more time doing what they love with people that they love. You know, it's not everyday scale, scale, scale. Oh, I made $1 million last year, so this year I need to make 10. Okay, I made 10 million this year. Now next year I need to make 100 million. Baby, please. What am I supposed to even do with all of that in 1 year? So there's this concept I learned in economics back in my university days. I can't tell you too much that I learned in economics, baby. My degree was in finance and I had to take all of these classes. Some of them I retained and some of them I didn't. But in that economics class, I remember this principle so vividly because I could apply it to so many other areas in my life, not just economics and finances. It's called the law of diminishing returns, and it's essentially the principle that profits or benefits gained from something will represent smaller gains as more money or energy is invested in it. And that's essentially how I feel about my own income, that at a certain threshold, the amount of effort I'm putting into making more money is not worth it because I don't get time to enjoy it the same way. I don't enjoy it the same way. And as a matter of fact, sometimes it can yield a lot of anxiety for me. And I'm okay with saying this is enough. At some point, I have to be not only content, but extremely happy and proud of how far I've come and enjoy that. I don't think people talk about that enough. There's always this culture, especially as someone who loves personal development and loves to constantly grow. I don't think there's anyone in the personal development space that talks about taking a time to enjoy everything that you've gained thus far. Anyone who's watching this or even in ear's length of this video, just take a second to acknowledge how far you've come. Enjoy that, bask in that, love that, feel proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. You did that. It's okay to stop and smell the roses. Like, you planted this garden. You can stop and smell it for a little bit. And that's up to you to decide. For me personally, I want to enjoy it too. So why now? Why share now? Why do I feel comfortable just being so open and honest now? Well, a bunch of things have changed, but I'll say this. Number one, grace, time, and understanding. That same level of grace that I'm constantly granting to other people, I'm giving to myself, and I'm allowing myself to grow through things, be vulnerable, mess up, make mistakes, learn from them, because I love to make mistakes and learn from it real fast. I love to fail fast, learn fast, because it makes me a stronger person, but also a softer person, someone with more gratitude for life. It makes me girlier, it makes me more divine, it makes me more layered, more wiser. It just, more seasoned. You feel me? I just love to learn and grow, and this is part of the learning and growing for me personally. The same way that I needed a break, and that was part of my learning and growing. This new chapter of showing up again online is part of my chapter, and showing up in a different way. And secondly, I'm pretty sure I unlocked my I don't give a era. Excuse my French, I'm still a lady. But I say all that to say that I'm starting over. I'm starting everything fresh, a little bit more compassion, and I'm in a completely different space, both mentally and physically, which brings me to my other life update. I moved to Dallas. As you can see, it's a different setup, honey. We in a new place. I love it. I am obsessed with my new home. I love Dallas. I feel like my energy is just different in Dallas. Since 2020, I've been saying that Dallas has my heart, and I've been in love with Dallas before I ever stepped foot on Texan soil. Something was telling me you need to be in Dallas, whether it's for a reason, a season, a little bit of both. I can't really tell you, but I'm here and I love it and I'm obsessed. I love me some Dallas. I love my new home. I don't have all my furniture yet. It's slowly starting to come in. I will post a furnished tour as it comes in, and I'll also post an empty house tour. So I wasn't gonna do an empty home tour, but I was on live and the girlies were like, you have to do an empty house tour. And I was saying, but I already have some of my furniture, like some things already came in. And they were like, specifically Jessica Naltakun gave me the idea. Shout out to you, girl. Hey, if you're watching, hey. But she gave me the idea. She said, do a semi-empty house tour. So I might just do that. Y'all let me know. But I'm just excited for this new chapter, y'all. I'm also working on things that have nothing to do with my personal brand on social media, which I'm very, very grateful for. For me personally, I enjoyed social media the most when it was a hobby that just so happened to make money, because then I wasn't so fixated on the numbers, the vanity metrics, the follower count, if my content gets views or not. It was just fun to me. If you liked the content, you liked the content. If you didn't, you didn't. And yeah. So I have been working on another business venture that has nothing to do with my personal brand. And I may share it down the line, but currently I feel like I'm still a student myself. And yes, I've been having a lot of success in this space, but I am still a student and I'm okay with being a student. I'm really enjoying it. I love to learn, like I said, and I'm just learning and growing in that space. I don't need to be a guru in every single space. Sometimes it's okay to just live your life. And if you follow me on Instagram, I share a lot of the behind the scenes. It's probably not hard to tell what industry I'm in and what I'm doing, but I'm good on making a living outside of YouTube and coming on YouTube to just be myself again and just have a creative outlet again and stop worrying about the growth and scaling and turning followers into clients and all of that stuff. I still have Good Girls Gone Boss. If you want to join, you can join. If you don't want to join, you don't have to join. You know, I've done my 10,000 hours as a content creator, and if that is something you're still interested in and you still want to learn how to grow on YouTube and on Instagram, I would still recommend it. I would never take back the time that I grew on social media the way that I did. I don't regret it, and I hope it doesn't come off like that, because if it wasn't for that growth I've had on YouTube, first of all, I wouldn't have the connections that I have. I've made so many amazing connections based off of YouTube, and I think I've cultivated a very positive online community as well. My comment sections is always positive, and I love when other positive people are connecting with other positive people simply off of the comments alone. In the Good Girls Gone Boss Society, it's times 10. Members meeting up with each other in real life, connecting with each other in real life, sharing phone numbers, hopping on calls together, collaborating. I love that aspect of social media. And I'm also extremely, extremely grateful for the money that I made on social media. It changed my wealth bracket completely. I am in a completely different financial standing because of YouTube alone and because of the areas it was able to trickle into. The industry that I'm in right now is because of how much money I've made on YouTube. So I never, ever, ever want to come off like I'm condemning this space. I still think it's incredible. I still would strongly encourage anyone who has that hope, goal, and dream for themselves to pursue it. and learn from people like myself and other people who are slowly starting to share the behind the scenes of this industry and being honest about it so that you can make better decisions and learn from our mistakes. They say a smart person learns from their mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Learn from my mistakes, do it better. Anticipate these not so bright and airy components of social media content creation so that when they do come across your desk and you are on these email threads where companies just make you feel like you are filling their diversity quota, for example, because that's happened to me more than once, unfortunately. When these things happen to you, you're like, I expected this. It's disappointing nonetheless, but we move. Instead of being like me, like, damn, I did not expect this. I'm a little bit triggered. I'm a little bit scarred. I'm a little bit offended. I can't move on. Learn from my mistakes. When your business takes off at an increasingly fast rate, after you've been planting the seeds for so many years, you just might blow up. And when that happens, be prepared for it and be prepared for everything that comes along with it, all the responsibilities that come along with it. Because now you have hundreds and thousands of people who are going to be watching your content. You also have people in real life who are going to come to you like, hey, I'd like to become an employee of yours. I'd like for you to retire me out of my 9-to-5 job because I hate my 9-to-5 job and I want you to be the reason why I can quit. There's going to be a lot of things that fall on your shoulders and you need to be prepared for it instead of being super overwhelmed by it like I was. I'm going to be honest. I was overwhelmed, but I'm better. I'm back and I'm better. I want you better. So yes, in an effort for me to be more consistent on social media, I am going to be going live every single night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, which is 8 p.m. in Dallas, but 9 p.m. on like Toronto, New York, DMV time, you know. I'm going to be coming live every single night in April. Every single night in April. You can count on seeing me live on YouTube. I've never done that before, but I just want to get back to enjoying the process again. I love the results of being consistent on YouTube and everything that it yields. A strong community of like-minded souls, because let's be honest, I'm a unique individual. It's hard for me to meet people like me on the streets every day. And I just love on the internet, you can just find your people so much easier. So I love connecting with people on the internet. I love being educational, but entertaining, a little bit of edutainment. I love that component. I love the blessings that come from social media. I'm not even gonna hold you and lie to you. I love that you can make so much money on social media just by having fun. But I just wanna get to a place where it's fun again. I'm trying to make YouTube fun again. Ew, did that sound? Oh, never mind. Let's not talk about it. But really, I am trying to put the fun back into the YouTube content creation process. And for me, I think that if you're trying to be consistent, you just have to do it. There's no amount of planning and all these extra steps that can take precedent over just doing it like Nike. And for me, that's committing to just hopping on live and just chat with y'all. And we'll talk about all the things. We'll talk about personal life, business life, finances, growth, spirituality, homes, hygiene, home decor, making your house smell good. I want to talk about stuff like that. I'm really in my like homemaking era, truly. I've been loving just like turning my home into a sanctuary. I've always been like that, but I'm a little bit obsessed with it now. And a compliment I always get when people come over is, oh my God, your house smells so good. This is by design. I make my house smell good. It's not by accident. I know what I'm doing when I make my house smell good. You know what I mean? Like, I want to share things like that. Like, just share the stuff that is making us better human beings, you know? The personal development, the mental development, the physical development, just the overall like growth. I want to share the things and I want to have fun. Like, let's make YouTube fun again. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'll share with you guys at the end of the 30 days what this does for my channel, if anything. Does it help me to be more consistent? Does it help me to build a routine? Because you know I'm obsessed with a routine, honey. I will be dropping some routine videos too, because I want to do that too. I love a routine video because they're motivational, inspirational, all the O's, you know. And I also love a routine in real life because it just takes the mind work out of what's next. What do I need to do? How do I need to get what I want to get done? But in life, I'm a student of life. So please don't expect me to come on here and every day have new guru tips on how to. There's some things, yes, I know how to, but it's some things, I'm just a girl. Ooh, some other exciting stuff outside of, yes, I have other business ventures that I've been focusing on full time at the moment. I have started my non-for-profit. I've started charity. Since I was a little girl, I knew that this was something I wanted to do. But for some reason, in my 20s, I thought I'd have to wait until I was much older to start a non-for-profit. But no, God told me, like, girl, you have the passion now, you have the platform now, you have the resources now, you have the connections now. If you want to start your non-for-profit, you start it now. It's not only about the numbers and how much we're able to give back in dollars, but also the impact. Even if it's just one family, 2 families, 10 families, 100 families, whatever, it's the impact. And if it's just one life that we're able to really change the trajectory of, then I feel like I've done my part. But of course, that's not the goal. It's not just one. I'm trying to help as many people as possible. But yes, I've started a non-for-profit. I'm thinking I want to do it in a separate video so it gets its separate shine and it doesn't get overshadowed by all this other muchinche and life updates that I've been giving y'all. But I'm really excited about that, and I hope that inspires someone to start the non-for-profit that they've been thinking about starting. You're not too young, you're not too broke, you're not too small. Your ideas are valid, and if you're able to help even one person, you're doing an amazing job. So I do want to share that with you. God's telling me, listen, girl, you gotta start it now, do it now. Now's the time to do it. And I am feeling so strongly that this aligns with my purpose here on earth. Anytime I'm feeling a little down, I promise you, volunteering and giving back has always brought me right back up, which is such an ironic place to be in, because you're supposed to give without expecting anything back. But ironically, giving without expecting to receive back always yields the best returns. It might not be in the same way. You might give money and not expect money back, but then you're blessed in so many other ways. You're blessed with amazing, incredible people in your life. You're blessed with opportunities. You're blessed with peace of mind. You're just blessed with so many other things that money can't buy when you volunteer your time and your money. So I am very, very passionate about philanthropy and charity and non-for-profits. And I think now is just the time that I really go in on my own initiative and being intentional about how I'm able to help people in the world in a way that has helped me to become the woman that I am today. So a little hint on what my charity is. It's inspired by my mom, and I'll say that and I'll talk about it on a video, but I'm really, really excited to share more about it in future videos. So another life update, I posted a video talking about how I'm completely changing my life this year. I'm starting over and I'm doing everything differently so that I can be unrecognizable to myself in the next year. I meant that both physically, mentally, in my habits, just everything, I've had so many phases in my 20s, and one of the phases I spoke about in the video was that I had my stay-at-home wifey era. And essentially I was talking about the last couple of years where I didn't need to work, but I was enjoying my life. I was enjoying my relationship. It was just a great time of renewing and refreshing and not really worrying about work 24/7. So I posted that video, and then I got a lot of comments and DMs of people asking, are you still married? And there was not too many, but a couple comments of people like, wow, women these days treat marriage like an era or something like that. And I was quite confused because I was thinking, did I miss a chapter in my own life? The closest thing that I've ever posted about my relationship was when I got engaged in December of 2022. It took me about 3 months to share that. As quickly as I shared that was as quickly as I took it down, because I realized in that moment it's very inauthentic to myself. At the end of my videos, I'm always saying, be true to who? Be true to you. And I had to be honest with myself. I know that posting my relationships on the internet can instantly breed me more brand deals, more visibility, more clicks, more views, more comments, more engagements, because let's be honest, there's something about romantic relationships that just fires people up on this internet, yeah? But it's just not me. I've kind of always been taught that since younger, that you keep your personal relationships personal, not just your romantic ones, but even your friendships as well. You keep those details between you and the person who shared them with you. And there's just something about putting my relationship on Front Street, for consumption that to me just feels very uncomfortable and unnatural. So I took it down. I shared that content of my engagement in December of 2022 because it was quite literally one of the most beautiful days of my life. It was so thoughtful. I had an idea that it was going to happen, right? But it was the details that really got me. And I was bawling. I was a wreck. And it's so funny because before when I used to see people post their engagement proposal videos or whatever, and the girl was bawling, crying, I 100% always used to give a little side eye. Did you guys not talk about this? Did you not see it coming? Do you not know your man? Can you not tell when he's doing things out of character because he's trying to surprise you? Like, hello. But there I was bawling my eyes out because the details were so thoughtful. It happened in Accra, Ghana. If you guys don't know, I am Ghanaian. He had never been to Ghana before. He had no family there, didn't know anyone in Ghana, but he made this beautiful, elaborate wedding proposal happen so perfectly at sunset on the beach. It was just beautiful, and I bawled my eyes out because it was stunning. It was thoughtful, and I thought it was so beautiful, and I wanted to share it in that moment. So I don't regret sharing it in the moment, but comments and DMs of people asking me too many details on my relationship instantly put me into protective mode over my personal life, over my romantic life. And they're a reminder to me why I don't share those things on the internet, and I probably never will. I should never say never, but it's just not in my foreseeable future at the moment. There are a lot of monitoring spirits on the internet, and I just don't feel like the reward outweighs the risk when I share those areas of my life. Because there's people in real life that have lots of access to me, and they get their updates on my life through social media, and I just feel like, find something else to monitor. It's not going to be my love life, honey, my uterus, my lineage. Also, I feel like it's such look at me content and not learn from me content. It's kind of like, hey, look what my man does for me. Does your man do that for you? No. Sorry for you, my girl. Sorry for you. My own does da-da-da-da-da. Your own does not do that. I'm so sorry. Well, I wish you the best. Mwah. Kisses. Bye, peasant. I'm just kidding. But I have dated very refined, successful men of statute and men of value. And I could have easily posted some of the men I've dated in order to boost my notoriety or clout. I genuinely feel like my personal brand stands firm on its own, and I don't need to be attached to anyone else's clout or notoriety in order for me to have some buzz about me. I've gone this far in my career without attaching it to a romantic partner, and I prefer to keep the two separate. That's just me though, to each their own. For some people, they love to do that, and if you're happy doing that, I love that for you, genuinely. I think you should continue doing it if it makes you happy. If you're new around here, you probably wouldn't have noticed this, but if you've followed me for some time now, I mind my own business. I don't try to attach myself to other people's brand. I don't try to be a part of a clique and a this and a that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Before there was a social media, I was an influencer in real life. I've had followers in real life. I was talking about this recently, actually. In the second grade, I had a group of friends. I was sick one day. I came back to school, and my friend came up to me and she's like, we created a new club. It's called the East Side Girls because my full name is Eastland, and we're 6 and 7 years old. So, bear with us. But she was like, oh, we're the East Side Girls. It's me, this person, this person, this person, this person. And we're your girls. And whatever you say that our group got to do, we're going to do. Baby, I was 7 years old. I was sick from school. I came back and I had a group of girls like, we're going to follow what Eastland says we should do. I took on the responsibility. I was like, okay, well, we're going to be nice to everybody. We're going to do our homework. We're going to be nice to everybody. At recess, we're going to play fun, safe games. We're not going to be playing with the boys anymore because they like to trip us and do inappropriate things to us. I grew up in the hood, honey. We grew up a lot faster than we should have. But yeah, I ended up dissolving the group because I was like, this is really uncomfortable. They're really deciding on what to do and what not to do based off of what I say they should and should not do. And I was uncomfortable with it. There was one girl that wanted to be a part of the group. And though I guess the organizer of the group was like, hey, she wants to be in the group, but I told her that she can only come in the group if you said that you're cool with her coming in the group. And I was like, yes, sure, she can come. Anyone can be a part of the group if they want to. She's such a nice girl. She has such pretty hair. She's so funny. Yeah, she could be a part of the group. She does her homework. I was such a nerd. I was so fixated on homework. The other girls were like, if you have the latest Tims, if you have the latest Air Forces, then you could be a part of the East Side girls. I was like, you know, she helps the teacher at recess. She's cool. She could hang with us. Oh, she does her homework. She could hang with us. She's nice to everybody. She could hang with us. Anyways, so that basically sums up everything for the most part. There are so many other things that I want to talk about, and hopefully you join me on live on YouTube every single night for the month of April. Come on and hang out with me. I think that's everything. So glad to be back. This was a bunch of fun, and I love you so much. If you made it to the end of the video, this was a very, very long video. I appreciate you and I love you. So thank you for making it to the end of the video. Comment down below and the video gang if you did make it to the end of the video. I love you so much. Love you to the moon and back. Future to you. Bye.